Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing.
No, don't put blame on me.
I gotta blame it on the song.
No, don't put blame on me. I already have too much things on my shoulder.
How about Ben?
You what?
I didn't hear what you said. How are you?
Good evening. Welcome to the City of Warren Planning Commission meeting. It's 7 o'clock. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Commissioner Ansar,
Present.
Commissioner Halawadi,
Present.
Commissioner Hawk,
Present.
Commissioner Duze, Commissioner Mori is present, Commissioner Benecki,
Present.
Commissioner Smith.
Present. Approval of the agenda.
Chair, I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Support Mori.
There's a motion by Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Commissioner Mori. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Approval of the minutes of January 12th, 2026.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Support Mori.
There's a motion by Commissioner Duze, supported by Commissioner Mori. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Let's see. I don't see our ex officios. Okay. Public hearing item 6A.
Public hearing item 6A, site plan for the addition of a minor repair facility and a storage of inventory and supplies for an existing gas station located on the northwest corner of Hoover and 9 Mile Roads, 23011 Hoover Road, Section 27, Abbas Harazli, and 9 Mile and Hoover Property LLC, PSP 250045. This was postponed from December 1st, 2025. Planning staff recommends this item to be further postponed to February 23rd, 2026. Thank you.
I need a motion to postpone this item to February 23rd, 2026.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we postpone this item until February 23rd.
Support by Ansar.
There's a motion by Commissioner Duze, supported by Commissioner Ansar to postpone this item to February 23rd, 2026. Roll call.
Commissioner Duze,
Yes.
Commissioner Ansar,
Yes.
Commissioner Halawadi,
Yes.
Commissioner Hawk,
Yes.
Shmori votes yes, Commissioner Benecki,
Yes.
Commissioner Smith.
Yes, to postpone to February 23rd, 2026. Item 6B.
Item 6B, site plan for a gas station with convenience store located on the northeast corner of Mount and 13 Mile Roads, 31104 Mount Road, Section 4, Michael Wiegand and Gazebo Real Estate, Josh Burton, and Agree Convenience Nong 1 LLC, PSP 250050, postponed from December 15, 2025, and January 12, 2026. Planning staff recommends this item to be further postponed to February 9, 2026. Thank you.
Okay, we did receive some correspondence, but because it's been postponed to February 9th, 2026, we'll hold this correspondence until the next meeting.
Good idea.
So I need a motion to,
Mo-
I'll make a
Motion.
motion that we postpone 6B until February 9th.
Support by Answer.
no, 6B.
Oh, it is 6B.
Okay. There's a motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Commissioner Ansar. Roll call.
Commissioner Duzay?
Yes, to postpone.
Commissioner Ansar?
Yes to postpone.
Commissioner Halawadi?
Yes to postpone?
Commissioner Hawk?
Yes.
Commissioner Mori votes yes. Commissioner Banaki?
Yes to postpone.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes, to postpone to February 9th, 2026. Item number 6C.
Item number 6C, request to vacate public alley, the existing east and west 20 feet wide public alley abutting lots 8 to 21, 58, and 59 of Heath's Fairway subdivision located 100 feet north of 8 Mile Road between Wellington and Earlroy Avenues, 14049 8 Mile Road, also known as 14017, 14019, and 14033 8 Mile Road, 20751 Elroy Avenue, and 20740 Wellington Avenue, Section 36, Fred Bigadi and Fred's Unique Furniture, Anna Maria Rodriguez and Fred's Unique Furniture, PAV 250001. Thank you.
Good evening. Is the petitioner here this evening? Good evening. So you want to tell us a little bit about your project?
Good evening to you guys. My name is Fred Baghdadi. I'm the owner of Fred's Unique Furniture, 14091 East 8 Mile Road. Thank you for your time, for being here for me today. Started my business 1982. We were, nature of the business I'm in, we buy and sell furniture. So we would take in it at time and we're putting this stuff outside display. Lately, they closed the Salvation Army, and people have been dropping off furniture at my store, knowing that it's gonna go to a good home. I'm not in control of it anymore. It's been a problem for me, for the city. Closing the alley, it's benefit everybody. People have been staying behind the alley, they're dumping furniture. It's just too much. I'm having a problem with the city, with the fire department, and the zoning. We just wanna be able to close the alley and clean it up.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Correspondence?
Correspondence, taxes current assessing. The assessing department does not see any issues with the alley vacation located on 8 Mile and Elroy Streets. If you need any additional information, please feel free to contact the assessing office. Building department has no exceptions. Engineering, preliminary review of this site indicates no difficulty in development. Police, the Warren Police Department does not foresee any problems with vacating the public alley. AT&T does not object to the vacation as long as full-width utility easement is reserved. Comcast, in response to your utility request for the above project, please refer to the attached map for the location of Comcast CATV and fiber facilities. Aerial cables are highlighted in orange for fiber and yellow for coax cable. Underground is highlighted in blue for fiber and green for coax cable. If we can be of further assistance, please feel free to contact us by email at ccc.utilityrequest@teamsigma.com. DTE. DTE Electric Company has received and reviewed requests to vacate public alley. DTE Electric Company has no objection to the request to vacate public alley impacting 14049 8 Mile Road, also known as 14017, 14019, and 14033 8 Mile Road, 20751 Elroy Avenue, and 20740 Wellington Avenue, Section 36, per the site plan provided. As long as the existing utilities are not impacted, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at 586-783-1978. MDOT. The site is not on MDOT's right-of-way. Any work, driveway modification, sidewalk work, water main tap, sanitary tap, drainage, and etc. on MDOT's right-of-way or changes to the drainage that may impact MDOT system will require a permit. Thank you.
Thank you. Planning Department's recommendation.
Thank you. I'm sorry?
Planning Department's recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The recommendation is as follows. It is recommended that the existing east-west 20-foot wide public alley abutting lots 8 through 21 and lots 58 through 59 of Heath Fairview subdivision located 100 feet north of 8 Mile between Wellington and Elroy Avenues be vacated, subject to the petitioner complying with the conditions imposed as follows. Number one, the Land Division Act includes various procedures pertaining to the amendment of plats, and the petitioner is responsible for complying with any further procedures as may be necessary under Michigan Land Division Act, MCL 560.22, to complete the vacation. Number two, approval is obtained from City Council. The petitioner shall complete the conditions within 2 years, or the approval by City Council shall automatically be revoked. Number three, a complaint shall be filed by the petitioner in circuit court to vacate the public utility easement. No, we're not vacating the public utility easement, to vacate the public alley. Changed that. Sorry about that. As part of the proceedings in circuit court, a new revised site subdivision plat shall be prepared reflecting the changes. The revised plat shall be recorded with the Macomb County Register of Deeds. As an alternative, the petitioner may, by non-judicial process, relinquish the public alley by written agreement between certain affected parties. A copy of the court order for relinquishment and the recorded documents shall be provided to the Planning Department, Assessing Department, Department of Law, Building Division, and the City Clerk. Number four, the petitioner shall provide the Planning Department with documentation indicating that all conditions as assigned are completed. The department then notifies the City Clerk that a certified copy of the resolution shall be recorded with the Macomb County Register of Deeds. So with those changes, Mr. Chair, the recommendation is submitted.
Thank you, Mr. Worth.
Thank you.
This is a public hearing. Anybody would like to comment on this item, please come up, state your name and address for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for asking for our thoughts and opinions. So I'm speaking on behalf of my dad, Amir Zacharias. So he owns that 59 Walton. And if he does close that public alley, or if it goes vacant, it'll block like the garage way. So my dad's just concerned about that. So it won't be able, like, we won't be able to enter it, in the garage.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to speak on this item? Seeing none, we'll turn it over to the commission.
Chair, I make a motion to approve the discussion.
Support, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion by Commissioner Holowati, supported by Commissioner Duzay. Discussion? Go ahead.
Okay, can the petitioner step forward, please?
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you.
Yeah. Have you discussed this, as you see now, just now, that behind you,
I-
the neighbor
yeah, yes,
has a
I-
garage? Is there something maybe you could
Yes, I did.
discuss, and maybe you could work out between the two, so they could be good neighbors?
Absolutely. And he really doesn't live there. It's a rental property, and I've been watching the whole section of the east side of the property. I've been watching it all the time with cars. He never saw how much problem that we can have in the alley if we don't close it. I was willing to pay for it myself and put a gate, and he's welcome to have the key for the gate to open and close as much, whatever he likes. I make sure it's better for him, better for me. I'm paying for it. Better for everybody, better for City of Warren, for the police department. We don't want people sleeping in the alley. It's just so much going on 8 Mile Strip. And my neighbor does not live there, he knows, but it's a rental property. But it's honestly, in the long run, it's gonna be better for him
Okay.
and me
Okay.
and the neighborhood.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Only problem, I'm paying for it. No.
Sounds like a good idea to me. I
Thank you,
relinquish the
sir.
floor.
Anyone else?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I don't know, the request is between Wellington and Elroy, and the drawing is Walter Street and Raymond Street. Which one is it?
That's,
So-
The names over time have changed. You're looking at the historic plat map, and many plat maps have a different street name than they are today. They've changed over time,
Okay,
but this is the plat map as it was originally platted, and the current street names are what you see in the recommendation, in the finding.
okay, thank you.
Wellington and Elroy, so that's the current
Yes.
street names.
Because I was trying to get down there, and I was not that successful going around and around, so on, in the snow. Will half of the alley belong to him, and half the alley belong to 58 and 59?
Well, he owns majority of this, he owns around 58, all the south building. The only property owned by somebody else is 59, so that's the only area that would go half to that owner.
Okay.
If this gets approved, the rest, he would get the full width of it on the east side, and then half of the south side.
All right, very good. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else like to comment?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I do. Petitioner, as you mentioned in your speech, that you will agree with the gate and you will hand it over a key to them. So,
I would definitely do whatever it takes to make my neighbor comfortable, and we both look out for each other, but he really does not know what's going on in the middle of the night in that whole alley. So if we close the alley, it's gonna be just much better for him.
yeah, as you already heard that our planning department, she said, 59, lot 59, half of the alley is your and half of the alley it goes to them because they own this property. So at the same time, you were just talking about the safety. Yes, we agree. At the same time, we have to see that the property 59 he owns. So
If he's got any ideas or I'm willing to work with him, whatever he likes. He's gonna have, like I said, he's gonna have a gate to get in and get out. And it's a
Okay.
rental property, so I'm not sure how he's gonna work it with the new, with the rental, but
All right.
the reason I ended up buying all these property for protection, for safety, and now we get into that point where, you got a rental property, you got problems with people, drugs, that. That's why we end up with all this, so it's a neighborhood watch. We all watch for each other.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Ron, I have a question for you. Please.
Yes.
Yeah, is there any way we can do some kind of gate and hand it over key to the resident, so that way he can get access to his garage?
What we can do is make it a condition,
Yes.
since the petitioner, I'll just say Fred here, has indicated that's exactly what he'd do. Gate, lock and key. This has been done at a couple other places in town. Seems to work just fine, as long as the other owner accepts it.
Yeah, I
But,
think that will be a best thing if we can
put
add
it-
this condition.
Yeah, and we can put it in the recommendation. That just says he's got to do that.
Yes,
Right?
please.
Absolutely.
Yes, can you add this in the recommendation, so
Yeah.
that way he got his access to his
Yes,
garage.
exactly, absolutely.
Thank you.
All right.
I yield
Thank
my
you.
floor.
Anyone else?
Mr. Chair, if I may?
Go ahead.
I know it's, before we add this in the recommendation, just me glancing over in the audience, I think the other owner probably has something to say. So how do we make sure he's on board with it?
How?
Yes. Like, do we get his yes or
Why
no
don't you-
approval, or
I think
call
you
him
should-
up to the podium right now and ask, or?
You should bring him forward.
Mm-hmm,
If he's not prepared to answer or say anything about it at this time, table it.
okay.
And until he can come forward at the next meeting. So why don't,
Yeah, Mr. Chair, if we can call one of the audience up in this.
Well, the audience participation has been closed,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if these are the owners or
This-
not.
this,
They
well,
claimed
this is
as,
part of the
But
planning
they came
commission
up and they
discussion.
said what they had to say. All we're doing is responding to what they had to say.
yes, but can we get confirmation if they're the owner? Because if I'm not mistaken, they mentioned that it's closing up their garage. So if they're renters, then we should contact
But
the,
it may be closing up the garage if they close off the old alley, but they're still gonna have half the alley to get into the garage.
but it's gonna be going through the whole alley.
No, they can enter from the other side. They're not gonna come through all through the alley just to get to the garage. They're right there by the street.
Where would the gate be if the gate was to go up? To the petitioner, please. If you were to put a gate up in there, which side would the gate be?
What, on the side of Wellington and the side of Elroy.
So both sides, so they won't have an
Right,
access.
they both have access to anything he
Yeah,
wants.
without a key, they won't have access to their garage.
He could actually
And he'll
have
get a
one.
key. He'll get one key.
Yes, but I think before we add it, what I'm trying to say is that when we add this as a recommendation, we should also get the approval of the owner before we add it as a recommendation, right?
Go ahead,
Yes.
Mary.
Chair, the owner will be notified. When a court action is filed, the
Mhm.
owner will be notified of the proceeding.
Okay. So we are able to make that change and add it as a recommendation, even without speaking with the owner first?
Absolutely, because it's for the benefit of a neighbor.
Okay. Okay, whatever, that is correct, but, so,
I mean, if I can only show you how many videos we got, what's going on in the alley most of the time, but I don't know what would be the solution except closing the alley. When he needs to use the garage, he can just pull right in. He's gonna have a key. It's gonna be a simple garage gate opening. It's not like gonna be a problem at all.
All right.
And plus, it's a rental property. I'm not sure who you're gonna rent it out to. That's my concern, really.
Mr. Chair.
Excuse me, can my daughter translation? قولي له هو
Well-
مش موافق على حكاية الجيت.
Okay.
أنا مش موافق على حكاية الجيت لأن مش هينفع أدخل بيتي أفتح جيت وأدخل الجراج وأطلع تاني ومفيش بروبلم بيحصل.
So, he doesn't want a gate by the door because then he has to go through the gate to get to the garage, which is just inconvenient to that, area.
يا مش كل ما هدخل بيتي أفتح جيت وأدخل.
Every time he'll go in the or need to go in the house, the garage, he has to go through that gate to get to the house. That's what he's saying.
أنا مش موافق على حكاية الجيت لأن دي ظلم لله.
So yeah, he doesn't agree with the gate idea.
I think I would like, excuse me, I would like to explain, it's not like going into a house, it's just the alley gonna be shut down, not the front of the house. Just, it's not in the front of the house, it's
Mr.
just on the
Chair.
side.
قولي له في البيت بتاعي.
Mr. Chair,
في
may I?
البيت بتاعتي.
Hello, okay. We've had some discussion on that. He's closing off half the alley, so we could probably make it so the fence isn't where his half is fenced in. We can have his half fenced in to where he got access without, the gate would be for the rest of the alley.
الفنس مش هيكون عكسك في البيت في الداخل بس هيكون
To the
في
petitioner.
البيت. عشان كده هيحط الفنس مش جنب البيت يعني تقدر تخش من غير. So you're saying the gate wouldn't be in like that house area?
مفيش سبيس.
Well, until we get a drawing of how the gate's gonna be constructed, we don't know exactly where the gate is gonna be. All we know is that the owner of that lot has half of that alley to do what he wants to do with. He can't build anything in it, but he can have access through that half of the alley to get to what he has to get to.
Okay. بيقول هو تبعه أساسا نص البتاعة دي فهو لا رأيه فيها بس هو مش هيلمس نصك ومش هيحط حاجة تقفل في النص بتاعك.
ماشي ما هو لو قفل الجيت
هو مش
هيقفل عليا
هيحط
أنا.
مش هيحط هو بيقول مش هيحطها هيحاول يعملوها بطريقة ما
لا
يقفلوش.
انتوا قولي له بتخليك في
I think we can have a conversation back with the petitioner
Hello?
and not have them included.
Hello, excuse me. Okay, the petitioner, what you need to do, because right now, as far as details of the gate and all that kind of stuff, it has to be discussed with the owner that owns the other property. And you guys can get together and make the decision where the gate is gonna go. Right now, he's trying to get the alley vacated, and that's all we're concerned about right now. As far as where the gate's gonna go, the fence is gonna go, the owner of the property at 59 has half of that alley. So however they decide to do it, so he has half the alley, that's the way it has to be done.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. So he will
Any other questions?
Mr. Chairman, is this blue that was just done, I guess? If that signifies how it's gonna be, then that's fine.
Yeah,
Then he doesn't have a gate, and it's open up to his garage.
right,
But
right,
he's got 10 feet of the alley.
right, right. Okay. All
Whether
right,
he knows what's going on or not is,
thank you. Any other discussion?
So,
good catch.
That was a motion by
I don't-
Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Commissioner.
Mr. Chair, I just wanna confirm that, are we adding, this in our recommendation? That, the gate is gonna be there and with the lock key, or without this?
We can add it to the recommendation that
So
the
we are,
owner has a key for that particular gate, yes. But if they don't close it in, he won't need a key to the gate.
all I'm trying to clear this, are we approving this with the recommendation,
All
with the
we're,
gate,
all we're
or?
approving is the vacation of the alley. How it gets vacated, as far
Mhm.
as fence and stuff like that, that's not, we're not dealing with that right now. We're just dealing with the vacation of the alley. Okay?
She wants to say, attorney,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
If I may,
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Chair, there are two more proceedings after this recommendation. It'll go to council, it'll go to court. My recommendation is if there's a condition that access be provided to lot 59 so it could access the garage. We don't know exactly the details of how that access will look because it might change along the way. It sounds like it may. So
Yeah.
that's my recommendation. Just that if there's a condition that access be provided to the neighboring lot.
Yes.
Okay.
If I
So-
may,
So do we want to add that condition to the recommendation?
Mr. Chair?
Yes, sir.
If I may talk about this a little bit, how, if we say nothing, all right, then it's up to Fred. He'd put a gate at the east end. That's his property. He owns on both sides, and fence on both sides. And then coming down to this man's property, he could fence down the middle of the alley, providing that man a 10-foot way to the garage, okay? And Fred is going to put a gate on his side of the 10-foot area, and then the other side will be open because this gentleman may not want a gate. That was one of the things.
Okay.
He didn't want to have to keep opening and closing the gate and all that. It could be open all the time. Sort of defeats the security part of this, because somebody could then get down that 10-foot strip halfway, but that's beside the point. That's, if they can work it out, maybe we leave this the way it is. If they can work it out, maybe by the time they get to city council.
I think that's a fair.
Okay. All right, Mr.
So right now,
Yeah.
maybe just leave it alone.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that was a motion by Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Commissioner Duzay. Roll call.
Commissioner Halawadi,
Yes.
Commissioner Duzay,
Yes.
Commissioner Ansar,
Yes.
Commissioner Hawk,
Yes.
Shmori votes yes, Commissioner Benecki,
Yes.
Commissioner Smith.
Yes to approve. Good luck with your project, sir. Have a good evening. Item number 6D,
Number 6D, site plan for a building addition and additional parking located on the northwest corner of Mount Road and Martham Avenue, 32211 and 32251 Mount Road, Section 5, Charles Tambo and Gabtam Properties 2 LLC, PSP 250053. Thank you.
is the petitioner here this evening?
How are you?
Good evening,
Hey
sir.
guys, how are you guys?
Good, how are you this evening?
Good, good. This is my partner Ray.
Good evening, sir.
So we recently purchased the building. I think it sat vacant for quite a while. It was built in the early 2000s. And then we acquired the land right next to it. And there was some recommendations as well, because we've been submitting drawings. But we want to extend the parking lot out into that north corner there on Mound Road where the dirt is, and add a nice, like, maybe glass enclosed area next to what used to be a restaurant. We were thinking about bringing maybe some type of nice brunch place, and when the people are sitting down eating, they can see the outside. You get some light coming in. Just really bringing it back to life. Do you guys have the drawings of the renderings that our designers made?
Yes, we got a copy of the
Okay.
blueprints, but we had questions on those. But
Yeah, we can go ahead. And just so you know, some of the recommendations that were sent to us, our designers have already adjusted to meet the criteria that you guys were looking for.
Okay.
Yep.
Correspondence? Thank you, sir.
Correspondence, taxes, current building, no issues for building, engineering. Preliminary review of this site indicates that planning commission approval should be contingent upon the petitioner's compliance with the following conditions. Number 1, call out all the existing utilities on the plan. Number 2, show all the dimensions on engineering scale. Number 3, this existing North Drive approach must be eliminated and restored to a landscaping area. Number 4, the number and layout of ADA parking spaces must be per current ADA requirements. Number 5, unless verification can be provided, easement must be dedicated to a portion of existing public sidewalk located on the proposed site. Number 6, minimum drive aisle width on some areas do not appear to meet minimum width requirement. 7, a permit from Macomb County Department of Roads for all work in Mount Road right-of-way is required. 8, SESC permit or waiver is required from Macomb County Department of Public Works. Fire. Regarding the site plan PSP 250053. The fire department doesn't see any issues that may affect our operations. MCDR, Macomb County Department of Roads has received and reviewed the enclosed preliminary plan for the above referenced site. MCDR has no objections to proposed development at above mentioned site. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at the phone number above, 586-463-8671. Thank you.
Thank you. Planning Department's recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The recommendation is as follows. Excuse me. It is recommended that the site plan for building addition and parking lot expansion be approved with the standard conditions of the Planning Commission, and more specifically, number one, 5 copies of revised site plans shall be submitted indicating the following. A, the location map on the site plan places the site in the wrong location and shall be corrected. B, 1B, the bearings and distances shall be provided along the property lines of the site. 1C, provide the dimensions in an engineer's scale. 1D, a note shall be provided stating all outdoor retail sales of items shall be prohibited on the site. 1E, the dimensions of the walkway around the existing building shall be provided on the site plan. 1F, a note shall be provided stating open storage of materials shall not be permitted on the site. G1G, the parking lot contains areas where the maneuvering lane is indicated at 18 feet. However, the minimum is 22 feet between the 90-degree parking spaces. 1H, the areas in the corners are, are indicated to have hard surfacing. However, instead of hard surfacing, the northeast and the northwest corners shall be landscaped islands with 1 tree planted in each. Planning staff recommends a chokecherry, dogwood, or redbud trees. 1I, excuse me, when a parking facility contains 51 to 75 parking spaces, there shall be 3 accessible spaces and 1 shall be van accessible size. There are multiple entrances to this building. Ensure the parking meets ADA requirements. 1J, add the past variances granted by the Zoning Board of Appeals pertaining to parking and setback waivers on the site plan. 1K, the approach to Mound Road that is not being used shall be removed and replaced with curbing. A permit from the Macomb County Department of Roads will be required for the work in the Mound Road right-of-way. 1L, the driveway approach to Murtham Avenue is excessively wide at 33.8 inches. It should be reduced to 26 feet. 1M, the plan indicates one-way circulation throughout the site. However, besides the 2 areas that are 18 feet and 19 feet, 10.5 inches, the rest of the maneuvering lanes meet or exceed the width for 2-way traffic. And the planning staff believes this is how traffic circulation will function in this retail center. Excuse me. 1N, a note shall be provided stating all landscaped areas shall be automatically irrigated. 1O, update the site plan to include the existing and proposed landscaping, including the type of plantings. Refer to the site plan application for prohibited plant species. There is not enough sufficient room, if there is not enough sufficient room on the site plan, then provide 2 copies of landscape plans. 1P, the site plan indicates an 8-foot wide green belt is required along the north property line. However, per section 14.04 green belt, the ordinance states it shall be 20 feet in width per section 2.26 of the ordinance. Planning staff proposes that the petitioner continue the 6-foot-high brick embossed poured concrete wall 50 feet to the east where it abuts the residential district, and also plant the 8-foot wide green belt per section 2.26 of the zoning ordinance. It is staff's opinion that this combination of screening will be sufficient along the north property line. 1Q, the survey and the site plan indicates the sidewalk encroaches on the property in the corner of Mound Road and Murtham and along Mound Road. Per the engineering division, an easement shall be dedicated to a portion of the existing public sidewalk located on the proposed site. 1R, dimension the trash enclosure on the site plan per the standard note. And 1S, the trash enclosure is indicated on the site plan abutting the west property line, immediately adjacent to residential property. Relocate the trash enclosure somewhere along the east 79 feet of the north property line. This is where this property abuts another C2 General Business District property. Condition number 2, 2 copies of revised survey plans shall be submitted indicating the following, and that is the petitioner provide 2 survey plans, 1 for each parcel number. Provide 2 copies of revised surveys with this information for both properties included on 1 sheet. Condition number 3, 2 copies of revised elevation plans shall be submitted indicating the following. The cardinal directions are incorrect on the plan. The 2 main entrances to the building will be on the east, that's the Mound Road side, and north, building addition side of the building. Condition number 4, 2 parcels identified as 13-05-276-019 and 015 shall be combined into 1 parent parcel. An application shall be submitted to the planning department requesting the approval of the combination. Condition number 5, the following variances may need to be obtained from the Zoning Board of Appeals prior to the release of the site plan to the building division. And they are to allow an 18-foot wide maneuvering lane between the parking spaces in front, that's east of the building, and B, to allow a 19-foot, 10.5-inch wide maneuvering lane west of the building between the parking spaces located along the west property line. If approved, the variances shall be added to the revised site plan. And finally, condition number 6, a performance bond in the amount of $4,500 be posted according to the estimated cost of $150,000 by the petitioner. So with that, Mr. Chair, the recommendation is submitted.
Thank you, sir. This is a public hearing. If there's anyone who'd like to come up and speak on this item, please come up, state your name and address for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes to make your comments.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, sir.
My name is Michael Barkowski. My parents actually that are over there are the owners of the property that is 5830 Arden, which is right in the middle of the parcel that is towards the north. There's a couple of concerns that we had that we wanted to ask about. One, the first question is a little bit of a concern about where lighting would be. We're a little bit concerned with light pollution, especially because the current fence that is right now, there are some very bright lights, especially with the auto shop that is close by, and where it can really distract from where the inside of the windows that are in the property. So we have a little bit of a concern if there was where future lighting is going to be and which direction it's pointed. That's a little bit of a nuisance. Second question or concern is if there was a noise study that's completed. Obviously with this, the biggest concern is just with the additional volume of vehicles that would be coming in. I understand the 8-foot easement and the 6-foot wall, just kind of wanted to understand if there's any further data that's baked into that assessment. And then the third topic is kind of noting where the position for the trash is, if there's anything that can have more guarantees. There's been some problems previously in the area with rats in the area, and if there's kind of some type of a protection mechanism that can be to kind of ease that concern.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Did you give your name and address?
I can get registered over here. But
All right, thank you. Anyone else like to speak on this item? Seeing none, we'll turn it over to the commission for a discussion.
Chair, make a motion excuse me, for approval with discussion.
Support, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion by Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Commissioner Duze. Go ahead with the discussion.
Okay, can the petitioner step forward, please?
Hi.
Good evening, gentlemen. Okay, first, I have a few questions here. Right in the beginning, you said you mentioned that few of the recommendations you said were already taken care of.
Yeah, so we received the recommendations, I think, last week. I forwarded them right away to the designers, so I think they've already emailed me, and I've got some printouts on some of the items that they've already adjusted. There was a couple, do you mind if I address the gentleman that was just up here?
Maybe
Okay.
through me,
Okay.
you might answer
Yeah.
those questions.
No worries. Yeah, so some of it's already been done. There was just a couple items I had a question about as far as fencing and stuff. But I just wanted you guys to know, for the petition, for the people that came up as well. We own another building about half a mile up the road on the Sterling Heights side called the Stober Plaza. We bought that a few years ago. It's only about a half mile north. If you want to go take a look at the way we've maintained that plaza, we both come from property management. We're very highly involved in the properties as well. So any complaints like that, if there was rat issues like what we've done over there, we're already prepping because they're building an apartment complex in our other building that's butting up to our building. So we've already kind of taken measures to get locks on the dumpsters and stuff like that, put cameras on the building, just to kind of mitigate any issues. As far as lighting goes, my family all comes from an electrical background, so we're going to be putting light shields anywhere near like a neighborhood, and all lights to try to face away from the homes.
Right.
High fences just to try to help. And we are very strict about the tenants that we put into our properties, so we vet them pretty well. We're not looking for, and the reason why we're spending so much money on the building is we're not looking for just somebody off the street. In our other building, we're doing the same thing. If you have a background, you already own a business, or we could see that you have done your due diligence, then we'll give you an opportunity to be a tenant at our properties. Otherwise, we're not just taking anybody off the street just to throw them in the building and collect rent. We're definitely not looking for a slumlord type of, we're buying these as long-term holds for our families. So we intend on bringing in high-quality tenants and people that are, that are not going to make damage or be a nuisance to any of the neighbors.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm fighting a little bit more cold. Excuse me. As far as you mentioned types of businesses, do you have a general idea how, I know it's early, but times, like, are they going to be from 8 till 9 in the evening, or any idea?
So the reason we added the glass enclosure on this as an extension, because there used to be a restaurant there before. And it was just a small restaurant, so we figured if we add the glass enclosure, can have like a nice brunch place. I think they typically are earlier businesses. These are not gonna be like a midnight restaurant, open till midnight. And to be honest with you, I don't wanna deal with that anyways, because I don't wanna get phone calls in the middle of the night from people that are, you know. So I'll give you another example. We, of the way we operate the buildings that we have. We own another one in Rochester Hills, and we bought that one July 2024, right? Yeah. So this was like the second winter that we've gone through. One of my tenants called me and she said, hey, there's a lady and she couldn't find the handicap spots because the snow covered all the handicap spots just recently. And we've had that building's been there since like the 70s. So we just bought it. We never, you know, had an issue. Everything's been approved by the city. And another tenant called me and said, well, the Hertz car place has too many people dropping off vehicles after 5 p.m. So we took action right away and ordered signs to be installed, even though it's a huge building. So it's central parking. Doesn't butt up against the building. But right away we took measurements to put signs in that say, you know, handicap parking only, and then no Hertz parking after 3 p.m. on these specific spots. So we're going to take action if there's any issues like that going forward with neighbors or something. They can call me directly and then we'll handle it for sure.
One last question.
Yeah.
Trash bin, you mentioned.
Oh, the trash bin. So I think it's the which side?
They're thinking of doing it on the opposite side.
Oh, opposite side by the street. I mean, as long as it's situated to where it doesn't look ugly in front of people that are driving by the building as well. Right now, I think you have it on that side, but I don't think we would mind if we maybe moved it down a little bit more central as well. We have it right now, and then, I mean, you guys would tell me, Melissa, like what you guys think. Should be fine if we adjust yeah, okay. And the only other thing I had too was, I was hoping, and then you guys give me your input as well, as far as, so right now it's a block wall that kind of goes north and south. It's not a bad looking wall, but I feel kind of like it's like a prison wall. So I was hoping, what do you guys think if we did like a nice, like modern, like a vinyl going across east and west? Would that be okay, or what do you guys think? I mean, I want to work with everybody to make sure you guys are happy too.
Mr. Worth, you want to come up and
Yeah,
say
Mr.
And
Worth,
then I did want to say something else. The elevation between that auto place and the ground in front of it, it's like got like a 8-inch to a foot elevation difference as well.
All right, then, do you want to add to the existing wall or take down the existing wall and
No.
put up this other wall?
Okay, so the existing wall already goes all the way up to the back on the north and south, but then we want to make another wall that goes east and west, just to block any kind of parking noise from the neighbors and the auto place. And I was wondering the materials. I know we had said in the recommendations to do block. Would it be okay to do like a vinyl, like a nice?
It wouldn't have said block.
Oh, I thought.
No, not block. No, wait, our walls are poured concrete walls.
Poured concrete. Okay.
Okay, brick embossed, poured concrete, 6
Yeah.
feet tall.
That's what's there now, but
Yeah.
would it be okay to go vinyl, like something a little bit nicer?
No, well, that's a decision by the planning commission. I'm not necessarily in
Okay.
favor of that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we want to make you guys happy, so.
A half wall this, half of that. It's just to be consistent.
Yeah, okay.
I would say just the whole wall.
The whole wall, okay. And we're going halfway, was the recommendation, or was it all the way through? Sorry, guys.
There's a partial wall, right, on the north?
Going north. and
Yeah, it stops at the one property, and so it would need to be continued,
up
because
to
there's a,
Mound Road.
well, no, there's another residential property that's R1P, that's
Oh, okay,
adjacent,
okay.
it stopped. There's one home that there's a wall along it, and then it stops, so it would need to be continued.
Oh, you're right.
And the other along that's why we suggested, because you show an 8-foot green
Yeah.
belt, which it needs to be technically 20, but if you do the wall, that's the requirement, and then you add the green belt as well, that's like additional screening with landscaping and
Yeah.
the wall continuing against where the home is.
Okay.
And then the commercial, you don't have to have the wall, but if you're gonna add the green belt, that's just an extra
So
screening.
the front will be all green over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
but,
Yeah, that'd be good. We could do that, yeah. Yeah, so we're good with, I think most of it, the guys adjusted already. I probably gotta go see them at the zoning department and show them all the documentation, make sure that we're good, but I think we're fine with most of this, right? What do you think?
Yeah, oh, yeah. And I just wanted to touch base on the lighting situation. His dad's gonna be the master electrician, who's gonna be, doing all the lighting. And, we did it at our plaza about a half mile down the road, Stover Plaza. We made the lighting perfect because there's 5 residential homes behind that plaza, and it did not affect anyone. We tilted the light at a perfect angle where it does not, interfere with any of the residential homes in the area. So we were very successful doing it at Stover Plaza.
Yeah, and there's light shield as well. So when I met him at the property to run through, he was showing me the direction everything's gonna aim out and where to put a shield and what not to put a shield for these specific situations with neighbors around the building.
Okay, thank you, sir. We have an ordinance anyway that says the light can't go past the property line.
Yeah.
So that'd be fine.
Yep. Cool.
Any other discussion?
I yield the floor.
Okay. Seeing that. Good evening, sir. Looks like you've got a nice plan going on here, and you've made some changes, which are good. Because I had some questions on the one drawing because the elevation that it was showing on the drawing wasn't correct for what was on the drawing. But you said you made those changes and everything.
Yeah.
So, and you want to move the dumpster down, and so it looks like you've got a pretty good idea. Now, you got 2 variances here for 18 feet wide maneuvering lane and 19 feet 10.5 inch wide maneuvering lane. And like I said, the normal maneuvering lane is 22 feet wide, but because those look like those are one-way directions, I believe that would probably work out okay because it's just a one-way.
Yeah.
The 22 feet wide would be for two-way direction. So,
Okay.
Mr. Worth, can you come up a second?
Oh.
No, Mr. Worth.
I think his name is also.
Oh,
Shouldn't have that sidebar conversation.
so if they, because of the 2 variances for the 18-foot wide and 19-foot 10.5 inch wide maneuvering lane, if they're making it directional to where it's only one-way traffic, that shouldn't be an issue with it.
For one-way traffic, no.
So then they wouldn't need those 2 variances.
They wouldn't. It would stay that way. You'd have to provide signage that tells people that it's a one-way system, yeah. Otherwise, I mean, excuse me, but I remember approving this this site plan years ago, and along the west property line, I thought there was room. I thought it was a 22-foot maneuvering lane and a 22-foot deep parking space, okay? And when you measure the parking space, you're measuring that from the property line, not to the wall, not to the concrete, continuous concrete curve there, okay? That's where you're supposed to measure. So I'm not sure about the measurement, the real measurement along that side. So you have a dimension from the building to the property line.
That's what I
Do
think
you?
they did. We brought them out there. I'm not sure how they measured it, to be honest with you, but I'm guessing that's what they did.
All right, we'll have to,
But, yeah, we'll
All
bring
right.
them back out there again and maybe all of us meet over there.
all right, well, I answered your question.
Thank you, sir. Any other discussion? Okay, that was a motion by Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Commissioner Duzay. Roll call.
Commissioner Halawadi?
Yes.
Commissioner Duzay?
Yes.
Commissioner Ansar?
Yes.
Commissioner Hawk?
Yes.
Commissioner Mori votes yes. Commissioner Benecki?
Yes, to approve.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes to approve. Good luck with your project, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Item number 6E,
Item Item number 6E, site plan for outdoor storage of ferrous and non-ferrous metals located on the east side of Hoover Road, approximately 765 feet south of 9 Mile Road, 21950, 22510, 22522, and 22728 Hoover, and 22679 Nagel. Section 35, Scott Curl and BES Group, Scott Curl and Blue Star Inc., PSP 260001. Thank you.
Thank you. Is the petitioner here? Can you come up, please? Tell us a little bit about your project. Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening. My name is Scott Kroll. I'm the owner of Blue Star, also part owner of BES Group. Eric Hoy is one of my partners here. So we are a demolition contractor located here in the city of Warren. Been at this particular building for, I believe, our 14th year, and have been fortunate to experience growth. So as we grow, we need additional space for our equipment and our materials. So we're here this evening in hopes to get our approvals to be in compliance with the city.
Thank you, sir. Correspondence?
Correspondence, taxes current building does not affect building structure operations. AT&T has facilities in the area, but they should not be affected by the proposed storage plans. DTE Electric Company has received and reviewed the site plan for outdoor storage of ferrous and non-ferrous metals. DTE Electric Company has no objection to the site plan for outdoor storage of ferrous and non-ferrous metals impacting 21950, 22510, 22522, and 22728 Hoover, and 22679 Nagel. Section 35 per the site plan provided. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at 586-783-1978. Thank you.
Thanks, Madam Secretary. Planning Department's recommendation.
It is recommended that the site plan for open storage be approved with the standard conditions of the Planning Commission, and more specifically, number 1, 5 copies of revised site plan shall be submitted indicating the following. 1A, the site data chart indicates a 25-foot front setback for the M2 zoning district. This setback is actually 50 feet and shall be changed on the site data chart. 1B, the 2 variances 1 and 2 listed on the site plan regarding the open storage are not required and shall be removed from the plan. 1C, the 4 areas of parking along Hoover Road and 1 area along Nagel Street are encroaching into the front setback areas of Hoover Road and Nagel Street and require setback variances. 1D, a minimum 50-foot setback area landscaped is required along Nagel Street. The parking area shall be adjusted and the storage area, OS-3, shall be reduced and set back. 1E, the Norway maple trees indicated between the sidewalk and the street shall be replaced with sunset maple trees. 1F, the 6-foot-high chain link fence shall be erected along the entire north, east, and south property lines within 1 year, or the site plan shall become null and void, losing the site plan approval. This note shall be placed on the site plan. Number 2, the 5 parcels identified as 13-35-101-026-030-032, 13-35-151-004 shall be combined into 1 parent parcel. An application shall be submitted to the Planning Department requesting the approval of the combination. Number 3, in M3 and M4 zones, the Planning Commission shall determine whether screening of the outdoor storage is necessary based on the relationship of the storage to properties zoned residential as identified in section 3.01, 1 through 7 of the zoning ordinance. Residential properties are located to the west of Hoover Road. Planning staff recommends slats be provided on the chain link fence approximately 45 feet in length along Hoover Road. Additionally, the landscaping changes in this area will also provide for screening from the public street and the residential areas to the west. Number 4, the petitioner shall provide a recorded document for ingress and egress with Andre Trucking, Inc., owner of 22704 Hoover Road, for the shared access drive the petitioner utilizes between parcels 22728 and 22522 Hoover Road. Number 5, the following variances may need to be obtained from the Zoning Board of Appeals prior to the release of the site plan to the Building Division. 5A, to retain open storage in non-hard surfaced areas. 5B, to retain parking that encroaches into the front setback along Hoover Road in 4 areas. 5C, to retain parking that encroaches into the front setback along Nagel Street. If approved, the variances shall be added to the revised site plan. And number 6, a performance bond in the amount of $108 shall be posted according to the estimated cost of $3,600 by the petitioner. And there's a note, the planning staff recommends a bond in the amount of $2,250 be posted due to the additional landscaping and front setback adjustments along Nagel Street amounting to $75,000. And this ends the recommendation.
Thank you, Ms. Michelle. This is a public hearing. If anybody would like to speak on this item, please come forward, state your name and address for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak. Seeing none, we'll turn it over to the commission.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve this recommendation with discussion.
Support, Maury.
There's a motion by Commissioner Duzé, supported by Commissioner Maury. Discussion. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll ask the petitioner, you've read or seen the recommendation. Do you agree with them? Do you have a problem with any of it?
Can you come up to the mic, sir?
Yes. Please.
I believe, yes, we have read them, reviewed them, and yes, we're going to accept.
All right, thank you. Was this originally a brownfield development? Do you have any idea if it was or wasn't?
No idea, not that I'm
Okay.
aware of.
Because this is, I was genuinely surprised driving around there at how much room you have. If you have no problems with the recommendations, then we'll go forward and take it from there. How's business?
Very well, been very, very blessed.
Well, if business is good, it's good for you, good for the city. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any other discussion?
Chair,
Go ahead.
one just quick follow-up question. I understand you'll be storing metals on the land, correct?
Temporarily, yes. When we do a demolition project, and it's not always the case, at times we will bring materials back, sort them, and then load them back out for recycling.
Okay. Then what are your hours of operation going to be? And what times will the trucks be coming in? What time will the trucks be going out?
So for the most part, we're basically a day shift operation. Trucks roll in, or out of the yard rather, between 6 and 6:30 in the morning, and they're usually back by the end of the day, 5:30.
No late operation, 9, 10 o'clock?
No.
So it shouldn't be too much, because noticed that there were some residential properties near there, so they wouldn't be disturbing the residents
Correct.
too much. Okay, thank you, Chair.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else?
Yes. Yes, Mr. Chair. Only thing I want to change, planning staff recommended $2,250 cash bond instead of $108. That's my request. Can we change it to the planning staff recommended that's $2,250 cash bond instead of $108?
Why do you want a cash bond?
I'm sorry?
Why do you want a cash bond?
No, cash bond. Planning staff recommended $2,250 cash bond. Is there $108? So you're just changing it to the $2,250 if we approve it.
I guess he's questioning you understand that the planning department said because of the things that have to be done, that the bond should be raised to $2,250 from the $108.
I have no issues with that.
Pardon me?
Well, I have no issues with that.
Okay. Mr. Worth, is there a reason why we need to make it a cash bond?
Well,
Because it doesn't say cash bond, it just says a bond.
it doesn't say cash bond. We didn't
Right.
recommend a cash bond.
Okay, so we'll keep it as just a.
It can be, but no, it's,
We
you know,
usually-
surety bond or cash bond.
Are you okay with that, sir?
Yes.
Okay, then. So that's what it'd be. Either surety or cash bond. Okay? The only question I had also was, I was looking how the vehicles are driving around through there. And, you have to get an egress with the petitioner from Andre because he used the same driveway.
We have it,
Okay.
yes.
Very good. Well, I think it's gonna work out pretty good. You got your drawings laid out nice where the location of everything's gonna be. And, we got a few other questions answered, so, I seem to be okay with it. So that was a motion by, Commissioner Duzay, supported by Commissioner Maury. Roll call.
Commissioner Duzay?
Yes.
Commissioner Mori votes yes. Commissioner Ansar?
Yes.
Commissioner Halawadi?
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Hawk?
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Bedanke?
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes to approve with the change in the bond. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Have
you.
a good evening.
You as well.
Good luck on your project. Item number 6F.
Item number 6F, site plan for open storage of vehicles and storage pods located on the southeast corner of Shaner Road and Idea Avenue, 21730 Schoenherr Road, Section 36, Ronde Polis and Sapporo Properties LLC, Jeffrey Graham, Chemtech and Associates, PSP 250052. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Is the petitioner here? Good evening, sir. Can you come up? How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Not bad. Tell us a little bit about your project.
I own the property 2022. So I've been doing good and everything. I just like to do a storage room in the back for open storage room in the back, couple containers back in the alley. I have a three tenant. One of them is F1 Collision. One of them is Sweet Tooth, and for my business over there is a tire shop, A1Y Tires. So I'm trying to put containers in the back to put some, store some some of them candy and cakes and all that, because I have one of my tenants, he takes candy, they bring them from out of state, put them in a container, and then right away there's another drivers, small drivers like small cars, they ship them to Myers and Walmart. So I'm trying to get a storage outside, back in the alley, and put in garbage, nice over there in the back. And
Thank you, sir.
sorry
Correspondence?
about that. That's my sorry to cut you off. That's my first time doing this, the
Okay.
project.
Okay, we'll work with you a little bit.
No problem.
Correspondence?
Correspondence, taxes current building. The building department has issue with the parking lot angle parking and handicap requirements. One van accessible space is required with an access aisle. Engineering, preliminary review of this site indicates no difficulty in development. AT&T, AT&T does not object to this proposal. We do have facilities in the vicinity, but they should not be affected. Comcast, we have facilities in the area, but they are not in conflict with the proposal. MCDR, Macomb County Department of Roads has received and reviewed the enclosed preliminary plan for the above referenced site. MCDR has the following objection to the proposed development at above mentioned site. Number one, the MCDR will not allow removing existing grass area and replacing it with concrete in north entrance until existing concrete parking area between south entrance is removed, seeded, and mulched. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at the phone number above, 586-463-8671. Thank you.
Thanks, Madam Secretary. Planning Department's recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The recommendation is as follows. It is recommended that the site plan for open storage of repaired vehicles be approved with the standard conditions of the Planning Commission, and more specifically, that's 1A. The zoning on the site plan shall be updated to the following: M1, Light Industrial District, and R1P, One Family Parking District. That's the east 50 feet of the property. 1B, the plan shall indicate if the auto repair is minor or major, and this is extremely important, by the way, to the commission. We need to know what that is. And if the use is major, it shall be located 200 feet from residential. If not, a variance from the Zoning Board of Appeals would be required. 1C, indicate the layout for the repair vehicles on the site plan. Per the 2021 approved variance, 9 repair vehicles can be parked on the site. 1D, the accessible space shall meet ADA requirements for a van accessible space that's 16 feet in width. 1E, the 2 parking spaces on the north side of the warehouse are proposed in front of an overhead door. This area cannot be used for parking, therefore they shall be removed from the site plan. 1F, the right-of-way located in front of the auto repair shop between the 2 driveways is asphalt. On March 23rd, 2021, the City Council by formal motion approved the petitioner, this is, I believe, a different petitioner, the petitioner to retain the hard surfacing in the right-of-way. They proposed 6-inch high bumper curbs set back 5 feet from Shaner Road curbing. If the parking is to remain, bumper curbs shall be provided per the approval and to be indicated on the site plan. Condition number 2, the planning staff does not recommend approval for the entire proposed site plan, specifically open storage area number 2, for the following reasons. A, the height of the storage pods, according to the petitioner, and that was on January 13th, would be 10 to 12 feet in height. It is the planning staff's determination per section 22.14 B, subsection 3, that the use is not compatible with the adjacent residential land use. The proposed pods would be located abutting the existing wall, not fully screened from view. B, the 6 pods proposed would require several variances, including a use variance. 2C, the 6 pods proposed would eliminate the parking needed for the warehouse. Let's see, 2D, section 17.02S, states that the designated storage area shall always be hard surfaced and screened from the public street and any residentially zoned areas. These storage areas would not be screened, as the height would extend above the existing wall, and there is not a setback limit for the view of the storage. In this instance, in addition to the existing wall, the 8-foot wide green belt per section 2.26A would need to be provided to screen the view from the residential area to the east. All right, so now we go to 2E. In the M1 and M2 zones, the designated area shall not be located any closer than 75 feet to the front property line unless the size of the lot is less than 150 feet in depth, in which case the Planning Commission may allow the designated area to be located no closer than 25 feet to the front property line. The storage would be located 20 feet from the north property line, that's Ida Avenue, and would require a variance from the Zoning Board of Appeals. Condition number 3, the following variances are recommended by the planning staff and may need to be obtained from the Zoning Board of Appeals prior to the release of the site plan to the building division. And that is A use variance would be required to allow the pods in an R1P district. 3B, if the auto repair shop is determined to be major and not minor, a variance to be located within 200 feet of residential property would be required. 3C, waive 5 parking spaces. 3D, to locate the storage 20 feet from the north property line, that's Ida Avenue. 3E, to allow a fence 20 feet from Ida Avenue. If approved, the variances shall be added to the revised site plan. Condition number 4, the performance bond in the amount of $450 be posted according to the estimated cost of $15,000 by the petitioner. So with that, Mr. Chair, the recommendation is submitted. There are quite a few items here, and I know we didn't say this in the beginning, but I'll say it now. It seems that perhaps we need to have more discussion with the petitioner. Perhaps a postponement might be worthwhile. I'll leave it to the Planning Commission.
Thank you, Mr. Worth. This is a public hearing. Anybody would like to speak on this item, come forth, state your name and address for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak. Seeing none, we'll turn it over to the commission.
Mr. Chair, I would like to make a motion to postpone, if the petitioner would like to, and then discuss it more with the commission, the planning department.
Okay.
Support.
That was a motion by Commissioner Morey, supported by Commissioner Beneckety, to postpone this so the petitioner has time to meet with Mr. Worth to go over some of the details. One of the concerns I had was those containers against the wall. They're taller than the wall, so it's going to be an eyesore for the residential area. So maybe you could work out something a little bit different with Mr. Worth. But sure. Come up to the mic, please.
Yeah, one of my neighbor in the back, she's a good person. She always recommend to fix the wall, because I haven't fixed the wall because the wall is kind of leaning. So I said to myself, this summer, after when winter finished, this summer I'm gonna, make the wall more higher, more support, more looking good, and I'm gonna put more a gate of front of the the other side of the building, because last time I had people that are coming in stealing a lot of stuff from the cars. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm trying to put a gate and a nice wall, make everything perfect. So even the the front of the garage, the was kind of green. When the car they back out, they kind of they get in an accident because there's cars like that. They back out, you know what I'm saying? They cannot see the other side. So I'm trying to take the middle grass like in the middle because between this garage and the other garage in the front.
That's why we're going to try to postpone this, so to give you time to get with the planning commission and talk to about what you want to do, because there's certain heights allowed on the wall, and you may not be able to raise the wall that high.
Sure.
So like I say, you need to talk with the planning commission, tell them exactly what you want to do, and they can set up a meeting with them to discuss what you're trying to do. Another thing they need to know is if it's a major or minor operation on the automotive.
Okay.
So you can go over all that with them, okay?
No problem.
What's the next date we have available? We postpone it to the next date, is that gonna give them enough time? February 9th? Can you get with them by February 9th, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll postpone this to February 9th. And that was a motion by Commissioner Mori, supported by Commissioner Benecki. Roll call.
Commissioner Mori, I vote yes. Commissioner Benecki?
Yes, to postpone to February 9th.
Commissioner Ansar?
Yes, postpone to February 9.
Commissioner Halawadi?
Yes, postpone to February 9th.
Commissioner Hawk?
Yes.
Commissioner Duze?
Yes to postpone.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes, to postpone to February 9th, to allow the petitioner to get with the planning department and go over what he wants to do so it can meet the requirements. Item number 7, correspondence.
Respondents, notice from the City of Warren FOIA Committee determining that home addresses of planning commissioners on their application must be released.
Okay, this is a letter that we got from the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, and this is going to be just a receive and file, so I need a motion to receive and file.
Motion to receive and file, Benecki.
Support Mori.
There's a motion by Commissioner Benecki, supported by Ms. Mori, to receive and file. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Item number 8, old business.
Item number 8, site plan for building additions, north and south elevation 2, and reconfiguring parking of Buddhist temple located on the southwest corner of 10 Mile Road and Werner Avenue, 2690 10 Mile Road, Section 30, Muhag, Hong, and Vietnamese Buddhist Association of Detroit, PSP 230040, approved on January 8, 2024. The petitioner is requesting a 1-year extension to January 8, 2027. Thank you.
Is the petitioner here? You want to come down and tell us a little bit why you are requesting an extension? Good evening, sir.
Good evening. My name is George Bailey, and my address is 1155 Hampton Road, Grosse Pointe Woods. I am the architect, or the new architect for the project, and my company is Bailey Built PLC. I was brought in a few months ago and met with I guess the folks at the temple have engaged with a contractor to go through budgeting and the like, and try to figure out how much they can afford to build. And so in that process, they've determined that they need to kind of scale back a little bit, but it's keep with a very similar site plan that was submitted and approved. Another factor is the young man that did, I don't know him, he passed away, who did the previous design for them. So I'm taking the mantle for them to try to help them get across the finish line with the project and their proposed, changes to the building and to create that small addition on the north side.
All right, very good, sir. Will that give you enough time?
Yes, sir. Well, we're closing in on the documents and kind of trying to, if we can get like I said, there's some slight modifications. We're scaling back on the scope of the work, and so we're hoping to work with planning staff and with your approval to scale that back and kind of submit revisions to the approved site plan, and then hopefully go forward from there.
Thank you, sir. Need a motion to approve a 1-year extension to January 8, 2027.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to do a one-year extension to January 8th, 2027 on this property.
Mr. Chairman, I support it.
There's a motion by Commissioner Tuesday, supported by Commissioner Hart. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So we have extended a one-year extension to January 8th, 2027.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with your project, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Item number 9, bond release. Item number 10, new business, seeing none. Item 11, citizen participation. If anyone would like to come up and speak, state your name and address for the record, and you have 3 minutes to speak. Seeing none, we'll turn it over to item number 12, Planning Commission Business Planning Director's Report, 12A.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This report's just for 1 week. I was on vacation the other part, so maybe Michelle can come forward on the second half of that time period. But so I'll start with January the 12th, and on that particular day, Michelle and I attended a meeting with I think it's John Wright. Am I correct? Yeah, John Wright, talking about something called the Missing Middle Underlying District. I think you guys heard something of that last Thursday, maybe a lot, and it's quite a district to put forth. But anyway, that was on the 12th. Then on the 13th, I met with our staff met with Joe Paluzzi, and Joe has a parcel that's on Shana Road, just south of 12 Mile west side. And there's a Tim Hortons over there, and this is vacant property to the north of that they would share a driveway. So we were looking at that particular site, and that was for a car wash. Okay, next, attended the city council meeting on the 13th. In that meeting, they had a lot of consent agenda items, and part of those was the active mobility plan. I was somewhat led to believe that they would allow that to come off the agenda so that we could make a presentation, and perhaps city council could approve, deny, or move it to a postponement. But none of that happened. It never moved. It stayed on the consent agenda. And we were a bit at a loss why that happened. Okay, so then now I move on to the 15th, and we have our usual meeting that's lengthy. It's 2.5 hours regarding the zoning ordinance, where we talk about more and more about the different changes to the existing ordinance, and went on from there. And that's a lot more people of the administration than just staff. Same day, actually in this case, Michelle and I, we both attended a MAP webinar, Zoom, very interesting subject. It was the history of planning in the state of Michigan. This was the second one, wasn't it? Yeah, second webinar that we had, and it started from early 1800s to the present. So there's quite a bit of planning that has gone on and not gone on over all those years. So again, very interesting. So that's those are just the highlights for my time. Otherwise, it was working on findings that we're always working on. If you have any questions for me, do you want to talk about the week I wasn't there? How's that?
Well, that week, while Ron was gone, it was primarily preparing for the joint meeting that we held on the 22nd. So it was just coordinating with the other city staff member from Economic Development, Hunter Manicus, who also gave presentation, and the other presenter who came to discussed the missing middle overlay that we've been working with. So that was primarily the week and working on these findings for today's meeting. If there's any questions about any of that, and for those that could not attend, you did receive an email with information from that meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Michelle.
You're welcome.
Anybody have any questions for Ms. Michelle or Ron? Okay. Item number 12B, City Attorney regarding ADA reasonable accommodations. Ms. Michaels, you want to talk on that?
I did not expect this on the agenda.
You're the city attorney, right?
Yes, discussion with city attorney. And then
Ron?
Mr. Worth, is there anything in particular that I could help
No,
with?
no. Mr. Worth, Michelle, one of you. I'm just reading what's on the agenda.
Okay, we can just place this on the next meeting.
Okay.
So that, you know,
All right, very good. We can
the city attorney can have a little time
to get it together.
respond to that.
And, well, if you'd let me know in advance what particular issues you would like addressed,
Yeah.
we could talk.
Yeah,
Okay,
yes, it does.
thanks.
So this will be postponed till the next meeting or the next meeting they set up. Okay. Item number 12C, Planning Commission discussion and concerns. The only concern I have is, we've been talking about the joint meeting for zoning and planning for a long time. And even as early as last year, we said it was going to be January 22nd. And we didn't have a place or time yet, but it was going to be on the 22nd. And we're all notified about it being on the 22nd. And I was just a little bit disappointed because, you know, planning, we decided to have this joint meeting so the planning can see what zoning's talking about, and what zoning's talking, zoning can find out what planning's talking about, so it can kind of work together. And I know in our budget, we had wanted some money in the budget for these extra meetings, you know, that we could attend and get paid for. But I was really disappointed in the commission, other than the ones that couldn't make it for health-wise. But nobody really responded and said that they weren't going to make it. So they had a board, all the chairs, all the zoning members were there, and where the planning was supposed to sit, it was just Commissioner Halawadi, Commissioner Benecki, and myself. Just the three of us. So we were kind of a little bit embarrassed that, you know, we're the only ones that made this important meeting. And even the council lady, Mindy Moore, even said, are you going to have to reach out to them and find out what's going on? I said, well, everybody knew we were having a meeting. So I think, you know, if we're asking for things in our budget and then we don't show up to be there for it, to represent, it kind of makes us look bad, especially with council. Because there were 2 or 3 council people there, their city attorney was there, so it didn't really look good. But it was an excellent meeting. So I'm glad that I made it, and like I said, Commissioner Halawadi and Commissioner Benecki, they participated. And it was very, very eventful. I know you guys got emailed the information, but it's different when you're there because you can see what's going on, you can ask questions, okay? So that's the only discussion and concern I have. Does anybody else have any discussion and concerns? Okay, we'll go to I-12D, resolution presentation for Planning Commissioner Sultana Chowdhury. And I'm going to read that. This is a resolution whereas Sultana Chowdhury served the Planning Commission in an exemplary manner as a Planning Commissioner from April 9th, 2019 to November 25th, 2025, including serving as the Commission Assistant Secretary. And whereas Sultana Chowdhury provided the leadership, knowledge, scholarship, wisdom, common sense, and considerable experience to help the Planning Commission improve its decisions, studies, and the plans over her tenure. And whereas it is with sincere appreciation for her 6+ years for service, the members of the Warren Planning Commission and the Planning Department commend Sultana Chowdhury for her exceptional commitment to the Planning Commission. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the City of Warren Planning Commission and Planning Department, do hereby express to Sultana Chowdhury our sincere appreciation for her unselfish, dedicated, and outstanding efforts, which have greatly assisted the work of the Planning Commission and promoted the health, safety, and welfare of the City of Warren. This resolution declared and adopted the 26th day of January 2026, and all of us have signed it. She's not going to be able to be here tonight, so we will send this up to her address. Being said, item number 13, calendar pending matters. Seeing none, I need a motion. Item number 14, need a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second that
There was a motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Commissioner Holowati. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you.